Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blockey Sports Network. We are here tonight for 2 games, I believe. Yeah, 2 games tonight on this Wednesday evening. First game here between the Philadelphia Freedom and San Francisco Stingray. I'm joined on desk by Missia, AllahFresco, and the enormous presence next to me, Ghosty Ferret. As you can see, he's looking at me very scary. San Francisco coming in tonight. I'm pretty sure they've actually been doing pretty well recently. Sam Wells on his hot streak on his hot streak of not getting scored on all season. Philadelphia kind of dwindling a little bit recently after their hot start. Ghosty Ferret, I'll take this to you right away. I only have time for one question. What does Philly need to do tonight to maybe rebound a little bit? You know, they've been really not good recently.
I think Philly needs to take advantage of the fact that it does not appear that Top Rages is here for the Stingrays tonight, so there's going to have one line that has really weak defense, and I think that's what they need to take advantage of. Yep.
Okay, that's cool. All right, good comms. Anyways, we don't really have a lot of time, so I'll get into predictions. I'll just start it with Ghosty Ferret still. What do you got?
Give me Philly 3-2.
Okay, AllahFresco.
I'm gonna go SFS 2-1.
And Missia.
SFS 3-1.
And I'm gonna take. It's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna go San Francisco 2-1 as well. Ferret is the only Philly believer we have tonight. Why do you think that? Why do you believe in them?
Because they don't have Top Rages. He's literally half the team.
That's a good point.
Philly has Panaman on Macaroni Ping.
You have a fair point.
Our commentary tonight will be brought to you by Justin Cryo, I believe, aka Crustin. I think our color commentary, I actually don't know. Is that me, guys?
It's gonna be you.
Oh, it's me, right? Okay, late edition.
Thank you so much, Konechny. Here we go. Start of this game, Philadelphia and San Francisco. Shot in the air early on, but that's wide. So Philadelphia will look to get the puck out of their own zone. Tango will try and get it around, try and get a pass off, but Siffin's there to prevent the breakout pass. Going to just take it around his net. Over to the other side, trying to challenge him as Herb, but Tango wins the puck for the moment. Keeps it in the offensive zone. Him and Tiger Lover in the corner. Tango trying to work his way into the offensive zone, looking for a possible pass opportunity in the slot to Sloth. In front, trying to actually go for his own shot. Goes off the post, though. Could try and go for it again. No luck. Tiger Lover will get it and hopefully try and clear it. Tango still breathing down his neck. A lot of early on pressure for Philadelphia. Hit up from Herb. Keeps it in the offensive zone for the moment, but Siffing brings it back. Tango going to try and bring it up, and instead it goes to Sammy the Whale. Sammy the Whale keeps it in the corner. In front. Tango going to just try and get it out of his defensive zone. We'll bring it up originally, but Badgers, good defense there. A lackadaisical line change there and a great save, and there's going to be a delayed penalty on Philadelphia for too many men. Somehow they're still allowed to hit the puck, but time is stopped. Unbelievable. A bad miscommunication there, Konechny, and just like that, San Francisco's going on the power play.
Yeah, I don't know what Philadelphia is really doing there. Kind of starting on this game a little shaky. I mean, Tango is doing pretty well down the San Francisco zone, but as soon as those line changes came in, it started messing up. I think it has to do with kind of some newer players in the roster. I don't think I've seen Ardonsky play tonight or play this season. He's played a couple games. I just got told that by an earpiece. Still, I think they're not running their usual lines. Also, Sloth Like Bagels is playing. Always not really good for them. That's the reigning heads or tails champion right there.
That being said, San Francisco going on the power play. Philadelphia has been putting up a lot of pressure. San Francisco has only 2 shots, though, so San Francisco looking to change that. All of a sudden, almost gave up a breakaway immediately. Molon going to try and get the pass off over to Messwith. Messwith with the shot. Good save made by Panda Man. Trying to get out is Zulu. Trying to just get out of his zone. He does. Badger's going to just try and pick it up. Zulu will try and keep control of it, but Molong takes control of it for San Francisco. Wide open pass in front. Messwith missed the shot entirely. Ardonsky will keep it out, and they will kill the penalty as a result. He was just standing there flabbergasted that he missed that, but offside, so they'll reset in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I don't really agree with Messwith there. He just kind of stopped after missing it. You just got to keep playing. I mean, I know you're upset you missed it, but come on, man.
And early on, Messwood trying to get redemption from that, but could not get a shot off. Zulu gonna just try and bring it out for Philadelphia. Messwood breathing down his neck, and Badger's also there as well. Zulu keeps it in the offensive zone. Instead, just decides to stick back a little bit. Sort of a soft coverage here for Philadelphia. Now they're all over the place. Two people on Badgers there. Pengs does win it, trying to get it out there, but easy save there for Bagel. In front, Herb trying to get it up. A little bit of a back and forth in the neutral zone. Looks like it will go on the stick of Herb. Looking for a shot. Mess with good defense. 2:39 to go here in the first period. Herb gonna try and bring it up himself. A little bit of a back and forth. Siffin trying to take control of it. He does. Gets it into the offensive zone. Tango breathing down his neck though, so he's got to be careful. Tango wins it with ease, and he'll just get it out of his zone. Trying to grab it and get a breakout pass, but Tiger Lover gets there first. Sloth likes Bagels. Brings it the other way. Looking for a shot. Tiger Lover with a good block there. Tango and Samuel going to be battling for the puck in the corner. Good pass there in front. Good save made by Panda Man. Gloving it. Preventing disaster with the slot pass. Samuel keeps it in the offensive zone. Honey bunches of oats. That's their favorite cereal with him bunching up there. So, but they'll try and get it out of their zone. Tango gets it out. Gets it into the neutral zone. Trying to get it up. Wins it immediately back is Siffin. Siffin hits it to the corner. They're going to be looking for the slot pass, but good glove there from Panda Man. Tango going to just hit the puck deep. Goes with the Sloth. A little bit of a back and forth there, but Sammy will just hit it right back to corner. Tango over the Sloth. Trying to get the puck up. Loses the puck for the moment, so just hits it right back to the corner. Tiger Lover trying to just get it out of the defensive zone for San Francisco, but a good slot pass, but nobody home. Soft Likes Bagels tried to get a pass going there, so Malong will take it the other way for San Francisco, trying to get a shot up, but Zulu hits it to the corner. Good defense. Trying to prevent the slot passes. Zulu against Malong. Zulu brings the puck up the board. He's going to just take it himself. Trying to get the pass off in front and could not connect. Ardonsky trying to win it, but Messwith getting him going the other way. So here comes Zulu. Zulu looking for the pass, but a little bit of a miscommunication there and a good defensive poke check. Messwith and Badgers both going back and forth with the puck. Ardonsky wins it, at least for the moment, but Messwith wins it immediately right back. And probably looking for a shot opportunity in front. Good save made by Zulu. Good defensive block there. In front, going to try a little bit of a back and forth. Ardonsky going to just look to reset with the puck. Zulu will try and bring it up over to Ardonsky, but he can't. Good defensive poke check from Badgers. Shot there. Panda Man makes a great save. Pengs gonna just try and get the puck out. He does. 3 seconds to go. Can they get one more scoring opportunity? Badgers tried, but Pengs denied it. And we'll head it right back up to the desk for Konechny to discuss the first period.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. 4-0 shots in favor of San Francisco. Still a 0-0 game. I do not know what's really going on down there. Both teams look very confused to start this game. It seems like they don't really know what the hell is going on. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on. But Miss Shaw, I'm gonna hand this to you first. San Francisco obviously leading in the shot department. They're, I think, playing just a little bit better than Philly is. Both teams not really doing a whole lot. What is San Francisco doing right? You know, what they've been doing right all season to kind of make their team just kind of work. Especially Samuel and Siffin, an unlikely duo that has been working well together.
Yeah, they're just a really solid defensive team. All their depth pieces are pretty well known. Well, not well known, but they're all pretty great defensively. Obviously, you have Siffin, just a really good all-around player. He can play offense sort of well. His defense is also there. He's played defense previously in 3v3 for the Boston Grizzlies on S25. I think Ferret could tell you a lot about that. But yeah, he's just a solid player all around. And Ben, obviously known for his not being scored on at all this season, having 0 goals against throughout the whole season. The only defender to do that so far, and that's been showing very clearly. And also, I think AllahFresco probably has something more to say about that.
Yeah, let's just keep saying Ben has never conceded a goal. Let's say it like 10 times, honestly.
Good
It'll
point.
never happen. It'll never happen, you know?
Part of me is trying to jinx him, but AllahFresco, I actually want to ask you something different. Philadelphia, I think I've talked about that earlier in the death segment, how Philly has been kind of just not good recently. What do they need to change? Because none of their players have been scoring. Tango has been really silent. Same with Zulu. What do they need to change up?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, their roster replacements aren't too great this game. Zulu had a great pass that was just not finished by Peng. And they're going to have to rely on individual efforts again, which is not good because they haven't been scoring. I think they just need Panaman to go in there and wreck shit up, just start cussing them out, chew them out, and make them wake up.
Like, Panaman definitely has that that ability to yell, but sometimes it doesn't go a good way. I'm sure there's a lot of people that have heard that little rage demon speak.
And with just like that, we'll go right here into the second period. A really shot on for San Francisco, but goes on the outside of the post. That was Sammy the Whale. Herb going to just try and take it up himself. Siffin tries to keep it in the offensive zone. Siffin and Herb battling in the corner. Trying to battle for possession in front. Siffin wins it for the moment. Gets the pass off, but a little too far for Sammy the Whale. Tango going to just try and take it up himself. Soft Flex Bagels keeps it in the offensive zone for the moment. TaggleLuvv will get a good ping out and just reset with the puck. Trying to go on the offense is Philadelphia. A little bit of a back and forth there. Trying to keep it in. Herb trying to be a little more aggressive, but San Francisco clears it with ease. And Siffin actually wins it there from Philadelphia in front. Good pass in front. What a block from Tango. Sloth.
Very good block there.
Pings that away. Ardonsky going to just try and generate some offensive pressure, but then backs away from the puck like he's allergic. Shot there, goes on the outside of the post. Ardonsky will try and keep it in the zone for Philadelphia. Trying to get a pass off the Pengs would have been great, but a great defensive poke check. Messwith and Zulu battling for the puck in the corner in the Philadelphia zone. Trying to grab it is Badgers. Looking for a shot. Good save made by Pandaman. Looking for a rebound in front. Ardonsky, good defensive presence. And that will be offsides.
That was a very good save by Panaman there. Just from my screen, or my point of view there, that shot was a little bit more to the left. I think that would have went in. Panaman obviously didn't glove that. Philly's been playing, I'd say, a little bit better defensively this period, but they still just can't really generate any offense.
Zulu looking for the pass initially. Going over the Pengs. Can't really get anything to go because Molong was there. A little bit of a back and forth. Pengs trying to take control of it. Molong just tries to get the pass off the mess with wide open, but Ardonsky, good defensive recovery.
I take back my, they're playing well defensively. That was terrible coverage.
All of a sudden, San Francisco in the offensive zone, looking for the passes, Messwith. Ardonsky going to battle with him in the corner. Trying to bring the puck up. Messwith gets it around Ardonsky, looking for the pass in front. That gets poke checked by a Philadelphia defender. Molong is going to try and take it himself. Shot there. Good save made by Pandaman.
Yeah, I really take back that Philly's been playing well defensively. What are they doing out there? Their coverage is just terrible.
Pengs going to try and take control of it and bring it up there, but Badgers just hits it to the corner. But I can agree with you connecting it. It just seems like more or less a communication issue, because that's really the main issue when it comes to defense.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I know they're starting some newer players tonight, some players that usually aren't typically on their roster, but I think that kind of what makes you good is if, your ability to kind of just mesh well into the team. And you should be able just to plug in and be fine, but I just think this Philly team's had this issue all season.
And just like that, Philadelphia, another penalty. This time, it's gone to Herb. So San Francisco going on the power play yet again. It's going to be Sandy Will, TaggleLuvv, and Siffin.
I see Panaman in the chat saying, really? All lowercase. I can definitely tell that he's a little peeved right now. Watch out for that.
I can tell there. So in front for San Francisco, but Sloth hits it out. Sloth and Tango will be out there for the penalty kill unit. Samuel looking for the pass. He can't really get it off, but keeps it in the corner. Tango hits it right back to the corner. So he's going to try and get that puck out of the zone. He can't. TaggleLuvv gets it in. So all of a sudden, a chance here for San Francisco in front. Tango prevents the pass. Siffin going to just try and take control of it. Reset. One more chance here on the power play. Tango absolutely saw that he was going for it. So prevented a possible breakaway chance. So penalty kill averted for Philadelphia. Tango trying to get around Samuel. Looking for his own shot. Probably trying to get it to her, but could not get it off. Sloth just keeps it into the offensive zone for that moment. But Siffin will take it the other way. Siffin looking for a possible shot opportunity. Oh, and that's just wide.
Almost a
Tango.
good chance there, but fortunately the shot was just a tiny bit wide.
Badgers gonna try and bring the puck up here for San Francisco, looking for the pass. Has a, oh man, what a pass, and they can't get the shot. It goes off the post.
It's like the 4th time I've seen Meswith open in that same spot all night. I think that's only the first. I think that's the first time he's actually hit a shot from that angle, and it still went off the post.
Peng's gonna just try and get some offensive opportunities for Philadelphia. Only 1 shot on goal registered here, all in 2 periods of play. Malone gonna just head to the corner. Zulu just trying to get it out. A little bit of a back and forth there. Zulu gonna try and bring the puck up. He can't. Badgers brings it the other way, looking for a shot opportunity, and that goes just wide to the right side. Ardonsky gonna try and get out of the corner with Meswith breathing down his neck. And he does get out for the moment, so maybe a chance there to get a pass off, but no good shot there. That just goes behind the net. Zulu just tries to hit that deep. Pengs will try and take control of it. Gets it to the corner. One more offensive chance here for Philadelphia. Ardonsky was not even looking at the slot. Pengs just going to reset with the puck. Philadelphia are flailing right now. Shot in front for San Francisco. And they finally get on the board. It's Molong.
I'm not gonna lie, it took long enough for San Francisco to finally score. I think they've had so many chances and opportunities just all game. And finally, one of their chances actually convert. Nice slot pass there by, I believe that was Meswith. The slot pass to Molong, who's just, I mean, I wouldn't say wide open in the slot, but he was open enough to get the shot. So that's all you need to know.
We talked about earlier, just the miscommunication from Philadelphia is just, especially that line in general, has just not been good. I mean, they had a good slot pass opportunity, but Ardonsky was looking away from the net. If he was looking at the net, maybe they score that one before this goal. So an unfortunate series of events, and now 5 seconds to go, trying to get another shot at San Francisco. Blocked from Zulu, and luckily it's only a 1-goal game going into the 3rd period. We will hand it up back to Konechny for the 2nd period intermission.
Yeah, absolutely lucky that Philadelphia is only down by 1 right now. They're getting outshot 8-1, but Ghosty Fair, I want to start with you. Philadelphia, obviously the communication over there is just abysmal. Obviously you know, leader yourself, leader of whatever team you're on for basically every season. What does Philadelphia need to really change in their communication to, like, I guess, just lock in? What does Panama need to do? I believe he's the leader of that team.
I think he is a leader of that team, but for me, I think it comes to Tango. I think he needs to step up, and I think he needs to help his team out, because I just feel like, one, he's not doing anything out there. He looks kind of lost, and I just feel like he's shut down mentally and physically on the ice. What about you, Al? What do you think?
Yeah, I think Panaman should boot up the Duolingo mid-period, start learning some French, because clearly it's not working, and maybe Tango could use an hour or two grinding the game. So.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. Tango is one that just kind of logs onto the game and doesn't really do a whole lot after that. He's also a very notorious 3v3 hater, and I think that it really drains his motivation, especially when he's kind of getting clamped down like this and he's not able to do it all himself. Misha, I'll hand it over to you. I think San Francisco, don't think they're playing too well tonight, but what do they need to do to just kind of finish this game off? I feel like they don't really need to do a whole lot, but I want to ask out of you.
Yeah, maybe that they could just, you know, hit a few shots. This team is kind of compiled of a lot of non-shooters, and they are very, like, defensive team, so they're going to be getting a lot of quick transition shots. So maybe if they got themselves a shooter, you know, it's coming down to the trade deadline. Maybe they could get one. Maybe, you know, any team, honestly, then they'd be able to be a lot greater of a team. But they just have no one that's really, you know, comfortable in taking that, you know, type of position, you know?
I definitely agree. I feel like maybe perhaps they could internally have a player kind of step up if they need to. I feel like that Samuel and Siffin line, again, has been playing well all season. I will not mention the aforementioned stat that we always mention, but they've been connecting on a lot of passes and scoring opportunities. I think that first line just needs a goal scorer. Maybe Top Rage just needs to kind of come out of his shell more. Obviously, he's not here tonight, but I think he needs to perhaps score some more. But I'm going to hand it up to Cruston for our 3rd period commentary.
Thank you so much, Konechny. So Molong with his 4th goal of the season is the reason San Francisco is up 1-0. Can they hold on to this lead, or can Philadelphia attempt a comeback here? Tango going to look for his own shot there. Unfortunately, off the post, and what a save there from Bagel. Oh my goodness, Tango just doing everything himself now. Tango.
It seems like the relog virus got to Tango finally. Almost missed or actually did miss the start of that period for a couple seconds due to the relog virus, but it seems like it's working very well for him right now.
Yeah, it's definitely been in his favor now. So I think he realizes he has to man this team by himself. Looking for the pass there, trying to get over to Tango. TigerLuvv will try and get a shot opportunity himself off the post. Great opportunity, but just goes post the post.
I really like that play from TigerLuvv there, almost like a classic play there, taking it in, crit chaining, and super 5 holding on net. That's the type of play I like to see, but unfortunately, just off the post.
Tango gonna just try and get the puck out himself and try and get a pass over there to Herb. Herb gonna look for a shot opportunity. Good save made by Bagel Glazed.
That's some poor defensive coverage there by San Francisco. I just want to mention, both teams' coverage hasn't been too great, but I think there's one team that's doing a lot worse.
Yeah, Philadelphia's definitely been upping the pressure a little bit, so definitely probably worrying San Francisco to flail a little bit. Hopefully they can lock in and hold on to that 1-goal lead. Trying to keep it in is our Zulu along with Ardonsky. Ardonsky trying to get control of it, but Molon wins that puck. Gonna just try and take it himself. Peng, good defensive stop. Peng gonna just try and get it up to Zulu. All the room in the world. Gonna try and get it around Badger. Can't though. So Molon gonna try and take it himself. Shot there in front maybe. Bagel gonna just try and hit that away. Trying to grab it is Zulu. Looking for a shot in front. Maybe looking for that pass. Front Badgers wins that puck initially. Peng tries to keep it in for the moment. Almost a wide open person there for San Francisco, but Ardonsky gets back there in time.
So I do want to say that was a wide open player. Molong was just wide open, but Badger's kind of unable to get it
multiple seconds, yeah.
I don't know what is going on.
And Badgers, it's definitely a game of all time. Zulu going to try and take control of that puck. Try and pass it deep. Try and get it over to Pengs. He's going to try and get there first, but San Francisco gets there first with Siffin. Ardonsky completely whiffs on the pass, so he does recover. Gets a hit to the corner. Going to try and clear this puck. Runs around it. Siffin looking for the pass in front. A shot himself. My goodness, almost a good shot in, but that's a great save by Panaman. Shot in. That's a great slot pass. Sammy the Whale makes it 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same two players again, Ben and Siffin, just playing really nice. Siffin, I also want to give props to for that earlier chance. I don't know if he got that shot off because I'm looking at the stat sheet. I don't think the shot actually counted, which leads me to believe that one of the Philadelphia players accidentally got their stick on that, leading Panaman to save it. But still, almost a nice play by himself from Siffin, but he's able to get back into the corner and pass it right out to Sammy the Whale, who is basically wide open in the slot. Another unfortunate play by that, and I'm sure Panaman is booting up the Duolingo right now, but not to say nice things to the Frenchies, I'm sure.
Just like that, it is 2-0, and it's looking more like it's a unlikely comeback story, but there still is 2 minutes. Can Philadelphia try and get back in this game?
I'm not gonna lie, they're not. With what I just saw from Sloth Like Bagels, this game is.
I wasn't gonna say it.
I'm gonna say it because I'm a Sloth Like Bagels hater. Get him off the ice.
Oh, in front, trying to grab it is Tango. Tango and Sammy Llewellyn going to be battling for the puck. Tango trying everything he can to one-man army this team back into a possible 1-goal game, but it's looking tough against this San Francisco team. Trying to get a shot is his own. Tango trying to get a shot off, but Herb helps the defensive poke check to keep it in the offensive zone for the moment. Sloth will try and keep it in the offensive zone. He can't. Stiffen going to try and fight for the puck. Just going to try and go around Tango here. Keeps it to the corner, so San Francisco will go for a line change. Stiffen going to look for his own shot. In front, good save made by Panaman.
Yo, I just want to say right now, they're letting Stiffen kind of cook them right now. I don't really know how I feel about that. I'll give him his props. I'm not gonna talk bad about him for once. I'll give him his props. He's been playing very well to this game, and I mean just all season he's been playing very well. But tonight, looks like he's found a new footing, especially playing against the likes of Tango. And I know Sloth Likes Bagels is on defense, but I mean Tango is a good player by himself, and Stiffen's just kind of doing it all himself.
Yeah, and they're doing all this, like we said before, without top rages, and that is a really great sign, especially even with what Philadelphia is throwing out there. I mean, obviously they're both neck and neck, 5th and 6th in the standings, so a win here for San Francisco would be huge.
Absolutely, and I just want to say, I feel like this is definitely a huge missed opportunity for Philadelphia. I think having Tango and Zulu just on their respective lines enough Zulu should have definitely taken more advantage of that second line for San Francisco. I don't really know what. It's just not playing that well.
And they will go for the line stack. Zulu and Tango out there with Herb. Tango going to try and bring it up. Badgers hits it right back. Zulu going to be looking for the pass, maybe in front. Good pass over there to Herb, but a little too far. Siffin gets to it first. A little bit of a back and forth. 1 minute to go. Zulu going to try and get it up to Herb. Looks like he will for the moment, but Same well hits it right back. Great defense here from San Francisco, trying to get control of the puck. A shot there, and that's a great save. It wasn't on target, but it had the power to do it. Unbelievable stuff. Tango going to try and take control of the puck. In front, trying to get around 2 defenders, trying to get over to Herb, trying to get the shot. He can't. So going the other way is Same the Whale. Badgers and Herb. Looking for a possible pass in front is Badgers. Herb just tries to bring it up to Tango. Tango going to try and get into the offensive zone. 14 seconds to go. And it's looking more and more like San Francisco will get their 5th regulation win of the season.
Zulu has just completely given up. He's just standing in their own zone for the last like 15 seconds. They're just standing and jumping in their own zone. I mean, that's not really what you really want to see at all. It's complete lack of just any, I guess, care. I mean, I know you're down by 2, but just play the game out, I guess.
Sort of an innuendo for how Philadelphia has been playing all game long. And with that being said, we will take a momentary break and come back with the Minnesota Grey Ducks going to Calgary to face the Wings. So we will see you guys in a few moments.
Welcome back, Blockey Sports Network. We're back with another banger of a game tonight. We have the Calgary Wings versus the Minnesota Grey Ducks to cap off the night. I'm your host, AllahFresco. I was joined beside me by Misha, Konechny, and Ghosty Ferret. Wrapping up the end of the desk. Misha, let's go over to you. You'll be reffing tonight's game, and as a Calgary alum yourself, this team's looked very good all season, so feel free to open your comments on how good Calgary has looked.
With the Glaze. Anyways, yeah, for sure. Calgary's look great out there. Their first line, especially, having Wapex and Stanvey on the same line, two, top 10 players. One of them being in the top 2. The other one, maybe I think he's just top 10. I don't know. I think he's number 6 or something right now. Definitely a strong line. Absolutely, no doubt about that. Their second line though is definitely a weakness. Not as weak as you would say. Like when you look at the line and the players on it, you would think this is not that great of a line. But Glenny Boo being such a great defender, on such a low contract as well, he makes that line what it is today. It's a pretty solid second line. Nothing great, but it's definitely not like a bad second line, as a lot of people would like to lead on. But yeah, for sure, Calgary is a great team. But they are missing a lot of players tonight. I'm pretty sure they're missing a good amount of their depth. I think Breadman 8332 is going to be touching the ice tonight, so that's going to be a great watch. But yeah, they're going to be solid out there no matter what, because they do have all their star players.
Yeah, thankfully Glenny Boo was not given an employment job, as many of you may saw on our social media page. I know it was
Thank
almost
God.
really tragic for this Calgary team, but no worries, he's able to grind the game still. Ghosty Fair, let me throw it over to you. Minnesota's, walking out like a charity baseball game roster tonight. Do you want to elaborate on who they're missing and how this might turn into an ugly game fast?
Yeah, so tonight they're missing Plutz, who has been consensus, I think, the third best player in the league, and he's kind of carried this Minnesota teams at time when they haven't been able to step up or get anything going. When you're playing against a line of Wapex and Stan V, there's not many people that can score, nevertheless do well against them, and I'm not sure if our doggy has what it takes, and I think that could be the big downfall for them tonight. What do you think, Nick?
That definitely could be a big downfall tonight. Plutz is one of the better players in the league. Not going to say the best, but he's definitely a top 5 player. And without him, I mean, it's me kind of grim, especially against this like top-end Calgary team. Calgary's kind of missing some depth pieces. They're starting Breadman tonight, but I'm a big fan of Breadman. So I think he's gonna. Don't think it's really gonna matter in the long scheme of things. But it's just my opinion on that.
All right, and finally, the goaltender matchup. Broud FN has looked pretty shaky all season for Calgary, despite being one of the better goaltenders going into the offseason last year. And yeah, I mean he's been pretty bad on the stat sheet, but he's still getting the wins. And on the other side of things, we have Cozy, who also is a pretty inconsistent goalie, but when he's on, he's on. Feel free to. I'm going to open up to the entire desk. Who wants to answer this one? Who do you think has the better goaltender tonight?
If Brown is on his game, oh wow.
Wow, good job, guys. Wow, great job,
Wow,
guys.
Wow, guys.
All right, Bear, you go.
Clinker. I think Minnesota has the better goaltending. I think Minnesota has the better goaltending. I think Brown has been a bottom 3 goalie all season. So
I think our alarm's going off.
All right, that means that it's time to 2 predictions. Misha, let's start with you. Who do you think's going to win this game?
Calgary 4-0.
All right, I'm going to take Calgary 1-0.
Give me big old Calgary. Give me a 4-0 game too.
Yo,
Barrett.
Ghosty Barrett, wake up. Wake up.
I think he
stalked
got a call.
right
I
now.
think he's on. I think he got a call by his.
Yeah, he got a call. I'll answer for Ghost. Actually, Youppi, are you here? You're posing for Ghosty Fair tonight.
Wow.
Sorry, guys. I'm just talking to
I
them.
can answer. I
the
can
win.
answer.
He's
Who
not
lost
here.
the money?
anyways. Dawn is not here.
Score
Anyways.
predictions.
Yeah.
0-0 tie game.
Nice.
Wow. Inspirational. All right,
Never
we'll hand it
happened
up.
in
I believe
Blockey
the
hockey
money.
history.
The money's
I am
commentating.
Yes, you're right.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Thank you.
Sorry.
Siffin will be my color commentator for tonight.
What's up?
Oh,
Oh,
What's up,
brother.
Stephen?
Okay.
Coming off
Okay.
the
I'm
win.
just kidding. I love you.
Coming off the
I
win.
did.
Impressive
Real quick, I'll throw
performance.
out a score prediction. I'm gonna say 5-0 Calgary.
5-0 Calgary. Okay. Will we see a
be
Browd
proven
FN
wrong.
shutout against all odds? Only time will tell as the face-off goes
Like-
Calgary's way. Zulis.
Good point. 5-1.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nice. So full score predictions have been made. Here's our doggy carrying it down the ice for the Grey Ducks. The sole... Well, I won't say the sole superstar because I think they still have Radium. But, Minnesota's sole super franchise player. That's the word I'm looking for. He'll have to put this team on his back if they want to have any chance at winning this one. And even then, Calgary's still probably got the better team. Here's Zulis, a good defensive play against Maspin. Force the Grey Ducks to regroup. Stan V now takes it from our doggy in his own zone. Slim pickings for the Ducks early on here. Zulis sitting AFK. He'll change off as it looked like he was experiencing a large bout of lag. His PC was in a hurricane. Stan V putting the Grey Ducks defense in a hurricane. And he was almost able to score off that.
And what a move right there. Doing about 15 pullbacks in this span of like half of a second. That's one of the reasons why he is one of the best players in the league.
He's been working on it. He's one of those players that once he thinks of a mech, he'll go into a practice arena and just play around with it for hours until he nails it. Here's Stan trying to get a slot pass that's blocked by the shoulder of Frumpy Bear. Concord taking it up himself. Some miscommunication there as he was being chased by a Grushka. Grey Ducks have Biscuitalk on their second line, so it does not look like Radium will be showing up for his Grey Ducks debut.
And that's a tough loss. Radium was one of the only other players on this Grey Ducks roster that could potentially carry a line. The second line's going to look rough now, I think.
Yeah, Radium still hasn't quite hit that peak he hit in S20 when he cupped with the Freedom, but he is certainly still a player worthy of the superstar contract. As a pass for Grushka is a little short. Glennyboo gets it back, though. Has plenty of space along the boards, but just can't do anything with it. Ardoggy will hound him. Glennyboo getting away from him, though. And his shot grazes the far post. Shots 1-1 now. Ardoggy clearing it. Back for Quake TFA, who shoots from way deep. And that runs into a stick in traffic. Mason sending it up. A rocket for Ardoggy. He'll make his way down the boards with some struggle, but he's able to get it into this corner for a slot pass that goes right into Calgary bodies. Wapex taking it up for the wings now the other way, pulling it back. Cozy was way out of his crease, but Wapex, luckily for Cozy, was not able to get a shot on net. It's sent back for Wapex now, the wings. Looking to start their attack again. Stan V changing on. Big game changer for Calgary. Stan has been the only one really, besides Plud's, in contention for that top spot with Youppi. Ardoggy not close behind as he's been ranked top 5 in the past couple player rankings. I believe he's been ranked top 5. Somebody will have to double check me on that.
He's like rotating between the 5 and 6 slot generally. He's kind of contentious, but Calgary was offsides because Zulis was lagged out in the offensive zone. Really poor timing to lag out. I think they might just send him to the underworld and let the game continue.
And it looks like he's back. They're making the risky decision to keep him on the ice despite there being several players on their bench. I think that might be the fullest bench I've ever seen. A big pullback from Zulis off the face-off. Wapex can't quite handle it enough before Concord gets to it. Stan V will have to carry it down from deep in the neutral zone. Has Frumpy Bear on him. Frumpy up for Concord. That's shut down by Wapex, and Frumpy has to regroup behind his own net. Zulis, good forecheck there from him. He'll try to force one to the slot, but it's carried out again by Frumpy Bear. This time, Wapex will have to deal with it. The defenseman for Calgary. In contention with his own teammate, Gleniboo, for the Norris Trophy this season. Those would certainly be the top 2 options.
You could
if
throw
the
a
voting
Goriest
were
in
to
there.
end right now. Goriest, he could be a 3rd. Zulus looking for a sharp angle shot. Cozy was a little bit off his post, but that one doesn't quite make it. Here's Stan, a good pullback off Ardoggy, but can't get a shot away. It's taken back by Gleniboo. Gleniboo for Stan. Stan across ice. Was looking for Agrushka, but Concord with an excellent ping to stop that pass as Agrushka was approaching the point of pressure. Quake fails to hold Maspin in his own zone. Maspin gets it out. ohLuvv takes it back into his own zone. And that'll be it for the first period. 0-0 is your score going into period 2. And we've got first intermission desk coming right at you. Take it away, AllahFresco.
Welcome to our first intermission break. We're back up here at the desk, and a pretty boring period, I'd say. Not too much going on. Konechny, do you want to describe what both teams were kind of like struggling to do? There wasn't much going on.
I think Minnesota's struggling to generate any offense. I mean, without Bloods, I'm not surprised in the slightest. I think they kind of really don't have a lot going on for them. Ardoggy can't really do it all anymore. He's kind of past his prime, I would say, a little bit. And Calgary, I think, is failing to capitalize on just Minnesota's weak roster so far. I think they're playing all right, but their passes are kind of just not really getting anywhere. And Zulus is obviously being corrupted by the demons that are on Calgary right now. So I mean, it's kind of hard to get a lot going when one of your players is literally being exercised mid-game.
Yeah, obviously Zulus is having some issues with his internet. Ghosty Ferret, I'm going to throw it over to you. Cozy's looked pretty good so far. As somebody who takes up a lot of space, what can he keep doing to keep this Minnesota team in the game?
Right.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good. He's had a few times where his positioning was a little questionable, but I think he's shown that, he has potential, and he's shown why people thought he could be something good because he's flashed his glove a little bit, but I think he's just playing a little solid, even though there's some moments where it's a little scary to watch him play.
And Misha, you have quite the experience on a team with really bad players and having to carry them to victory. What does Ardoggy need to do for Minnesota to win this game? I've asked that twice, but who cares?
Yeah, I think all he really has to do is just take over the game and maybe just try and set up his team as best as possible. Because obviously, the defense is going to be able to, just go over towards him more. They're going to lean more towards his side. So maybe one of his teammates are, even though if they're bad, if they're open enough, maybe they'll hit the shot.
Damn, that was a lot of words.
Yup.
We'll send it back up to DeMoney for your second period commentary.
Hello. Thank you, Al. Excellent desking ability there, especially the reference to Ghosty Ferret's size. You don't hear that a lot, But here's Wapex at his own end. Challenged by the Grey Ducks, he'll just have to clear it. Ardoggy looking to take it himself. Denied by Wapex. It's back up for Zulus. Big traffic jam in the corner there. There was not much to commentate. Apologies for the silence. Here's a big pass to Zulus from Wapex. That's narrowly goes in and out of his reach. Zulus again with a chance. It's denied by Maspin this time. Ardoggy will carry it out. Stan V denies him on the boards. Excuse me. It's sent back up by the Grey Ducks. Wapex will have to clear his own zone. It's back for ohLuvv in the neutral zone. ohLuvv across for Ardoggy. Shut down by Wapex. He'll carry it up himself. Zulus will fall back onto defense. Wapex out of the corner looking for the slot pass to Stan V. He'll look to get something going again. The sharp angle shot fails. Ardoggy finally able to clear, and he has space. Ardoggy on a breakaway! Saved by BroudFN.
And a defensive mistake from Zulus leads to the Grey Ducks' first big chance of the game, and BroudFN manages to make the save. A very important save for him to make.
Absolutely, Ardoggy on a breakaway is something you don't want to see as Stan V gets a nice shot from deep. That was a good open chance, and Cozy makes a good glove save. Here's Stan V with a pullback and a P3. Cozy reads that well. Split second reaction time to glove that one. And a bad giveaway here by the Grey Ducks. Cozy once again coming up big, clearing that from the crease. And the Grey Ducks, they're starting to slip a little bit. Their webbed feet are not really built for this ice. Here's Biscuitalk looking to change that. Trying to get something going for the Grey Ducks here. Believe this is his first BHL game. For the Grey Ducks at least. I'm not entirely sure if he played seasons prior.
I don't believe he has. He maybe got a game on the Bandits at some point when they were doing bad, but I don't think so.
Big ping from Concord and a shot from way downtown. That's saved by Browd. Concord with another chance across for Biscuitalk, who can't nail one home. It's brought out by Quake TFA up for Igrushka. Igrushka fails to get it past Ardoggy, but Quake TFA nails the pullback, looking for a chance at the net, and Frumpy Bear stands tall in front of him. Quake, a good series of pullbacks out of the corner, but unable to do too much else with it, as he's got to go right back. And Maspin steals. He'll get a stretch pass up for Ardoggy, as he had a lot of room to work with in the neutral zone, but unfortunately just overstepped it. Mason back in his own end now. Up for Ardoggy. Ardoggy past Wapex, gets the shot away, and Browd makes a glove save. Wapex down the ice. Trying to pass one up for Stan V. He'll get it. Maspin eventually wins the battle behind his own net, though. Tries to pass it through the middle, and Stan V crouches in front of that one, almost generating a great chance for himself. Stan out from behind the net, and what a shot! Stan V puts Calgary up by 1.
And somehow working his black magic once again. That is not a position you ever score from. Doing a, I think, fast pull in the corner into a Michigan. I mean, that is maybe one of the most difficult things you can do that I've ever seen pulled off in a BHL game. A definite goal of the year candidate right there.
Stan V, he is by far the best mechanical player in this game. There's no contest. He has such a deep bag, and to just slip that by Cozy at such a tight position, it's an excellent move from Stan, and something we've seen all season. Great goal to get the Wings up by 1, as he'll look to make the magic happen again. He'll try a pass to the slot. That doesn't work. He'll try his pullbacks, and he's eventually shut down. Apprehended by 2 Grey Ducks defenders who do not want to see a repeat of the goal we just saw. Stan again in the corner. It's cleared out by Mason this time. Oh no, it's not. Stan gets the pullback on him and a shot. Cozy was able to block that one. Ardoggy looking to force his way up the boards. He will past Wapex, but Wapex eventually able to regain control of it. Wapex now down the ice again. Trying to get past ohLuvv, taking it himself. Glunnyboo on for the Wings. An early change here for the second liner. Glenny pulling it back, looking for the P3 from deep. Pinged by Cozy, but right back to Glunnyboo! And he scores off the rebound.
Glunnyboo, not a player you see score very often, but I mean, teams are changing lines. I think the Calgary Wings were changing lines for some reason, even though there was only 10 seconds left in the period. But I mean, he sees his chance to go up, gets a P3 on net. Cozy makes the first save, rebound pops out. 2 Grey Ducks players right there, but neither of them decide to clear it out, and Glunnyboo capitalizes. That's just, honestly, I don't remember exactly who was back there. I think it might have been ohLuvv and someone else, but I think it was ohLuvv and Concord, but that's just one you have to clear. You can't let Glunnyboo get that second chance as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There might as well have not been any defenders there. I don't think either of them got a single touch on that puck. And that is just unfortunate. An unfortunate way for the Grey Ducks to end their period, but we'll go back up to the desk for our second intermission. It's 2-0 Wings, and AllahFresco, you're going to have a lot to talk about here on this desk.
Yep, thank you so much to Money. As you said, the Wings are now 2 goals up in a much better period for them. It took them a minute to get warmed up, but they've arrived. And Connect Me, I know DeMoney couldn't stop talking about Stan V, but I can't either. So he might be the best player in the game right now. And he really showed it there on that first goal. And also Glenny Boo getting in on the second goal as well. Calgary is clicking. What do you see from them that's working?
I mean, I think it's just them finally taking advantage of that Minnesota weak roster, and I think they're hitting their passes a little bit. They're kind of hitting their, I don't know, they're hitting very well. I'm not gonna lie. Everything's kind of clicking down there, but it's just kind of not going great down there with Minnesota. I think Stan V, able to just kind of do all of his tech since he's not really having to deal with Bloods. I feel like Bloods, would have given him a challenge, just go tech for tech, if you will, but no Bloods. It's just kind of the Stan V show out there.
And Minnesota obviously struggling, as Nick mentioned. What do they need to do to turn this thing around?
There's not a lot they can do. Not having as many players as you'd want out there. Basically it's just kind of an R-Doggy show. Maybe if R-Doggy, can get us isolation, with a 1v1 against maybe one of the defenders, he can maybe score. But at the end of the day, it's both Wapex and Glenny Boo back there. So honestly, they're just gonna have to hope for like a really lucky rotation where like maybe one of the depth pieces is back there instead of Glenny Boo or Wapex.
Yeah, and finally, last question for you, Ghosty Ferret. Brown FN's only seen 4 shots so far, and I feel like his team's not letting him see the puck enough. Do you think he's due to let one up?
This is pretty typical from a Calgary game. He does have, I think, the most shutouts on the season, but they're all 2 or 3 save shutouts. So I think this is his best performance with the amount of shots he's had, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I think you forgot that he needs to get into a rhythm, to be a good goalie.
He gets 10 shots and he lets 5 of them in.
All right, we'll send it back up to the Money.
Welcome back. Stan V doing some crazy God knows what tech. At this point, we don't know what to call it. It's just Stan V. Here's a big slot pass, and what a save from Cozy. Excellent positional awareness there. Wapex getting another cross to Zulus as Calgary continues to lay on the shots. Lay on the offense. They were not able to generate a shot out of that, if we want to get real technical here. But still, Calgary, just absolute dominance from them to open up this period. And Zulus again trying to cash in on a shot or a pass from Wapex, but unfortunately he'll be offside.
Didn't quite manage to get out of the zone before hitting that one. I think just barely didn't quite step on the goal on the blue line.
Here's Wapex, a big pass up for Stan V, and Mason able to ping it away. R-Doggy trying to get something going past Wapex, but just unable to do it. Wapex steps to the left, looking for the pass to Zulus. It's cleared away by Mason, but not out of the zone. Zulus tries to hit the slot. Stan V's there, but a point-blank shot is easy for Cozy to save. Zulus across for Stan, who gets another shot opportunity, sends it wide. The loose change behind the net picked up by Maspin, but briefly juggled before
I want
he's
to point
able
out
to
that
find
pass
it.
from Wapex real quick. He's been lapping that up in scrims. It's such an effective pass. Instead of putting it back into the zone, he just slides it mid, and it's worked really well so far.
Yeah, I mean, the answer, you can score from outside the zone. You don't always have to just send it deep. Here's Zulus for Quake from deep all the way from downtown with all the space in the world. And I don't know if I necessarily like the P3 shot selection there, because Cozy was able to see it all the way. And, his motif is definitely gloving the puck rather than
And it was
positional
actually
saves.
a 2-on-0 as well, so he had all the time in the world.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of a nitpick when Calgary are easily dominating this game. And any shot really is a shot you want to take.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Glenny Boo trying to get it up for Quake, but Frumpy Bear's there to defend. Quake again. And the Grey Ducks are playing really, really aggressively here. We saw Calgary almost get a couple shots there. Here's a Grushka from the boards trying to get a shot away. That won't work. Concord will take it all the way down the ice as he almost registers a shot past Gleniboo. Still got it. Concord for the middle. Gleniboo finally able to get a ping. And it's back for Frumpy Bear from deep. Looking for that near post. He barely grazes it. Couldn't quite get it into the crease as I'm sure he was intending. But Calgary still back on defense here. This is the most possession, or the most offensive zone time we've seen from the Grey Ducks here as ohLuvv gets a shot from the point that's gloved by Browd FN. Here's ohLuvv down the boards. That's easily apprehended by Stan V. He'll crit chain all the way down the ice and look for a P3. Blocked by Maspin. ohLuvv will send it all the way back where Wapex has to regroup deep in neutral ice. His pass for Stan V results in Calgary chasing it all the way into the Grey Duck zone. Stan V in the corner. Stan's got ohLuvv on him. ohLuvv carries it all the way to the other side where Zulus will forecheck him. Zulus successfully gets it away from him, looking for the pass, but he sent it just a little too deep. And it'll be cleared out and more by the Grey Ducks. Both ohLuvv and ohLuvv chasing it. ohLuvv looking for some forbidden tech, and he almost landed a Michigan for the first time since the first period, you know. But still, it's a very uncommon move, especially in 3v3. Here's Wapex, deep in his own zone, doing some weird mechs with nobody around him. Not entirely sure what the purpose of that was. Maybe just to look cool.
That's a pretty reasonable purpose thing. I mean, style points never hurt.
I mean, they definitely do, sometimes. Here's Stan for the Zulus in the slot. He's got the net wide open.
And that's a really good goal, I think. I mean, it was a nice fast pull out of the corner by Stan V, I believe. Shook the defender and instantly P3'd it to mid. I mean, that's a honestly great restraint from Stan V. A lot of times you see him spam mech after mech, but there, I mean, he did his one move, shook the defender, and gave the puck to Zulus, who was open in the slot. Zulus doesn't miss, and not much the Minnesota goaltender can do about that one.
Yeah, not really. Zulus, I mean, slot passes are very effective. If you have the angle and you get the ping, it's pretty much a surefire thing. So here's a Grushka off the draw, looking to kill the last 47 seconds of this game. Calgary essentially has this one in the bag. Quick DFA for Grushka at the point. No dice there. Grushka misses the ping. Iggy out of the corner, looking for a shot far side. Cozy makes a nice glove save there. Igrushka still with it, has Concord on him. Tries the pullback, but accidentally sends it over the blue line, and that'll be offsides.
Not entirely sure what the plan was there. That was a completely unnecessary pullback. He had the time to probably even scoop or at least try a spin hit, but decided to like pull it out of the zone and then back in.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's not much time for nitpicks here. It's 3-0. Like, they're not having a bad game. Here's Frumpy Bear. Frumpy, look at a ruined Browd shutout. He's penned by a Grushka at the buzzer. Unfortunate there.
I believe this could be... Is that not grounds for suspension? Is that... I thought that was a thing. If you intentionally pen somebody in the dying seconds of the third. Yeah, I do believe this could potentially be a suspension, actually, on a Grushka.
We will see. But I believe that'll be it for this game. And the games tonight. So thank you all for watching. I've been Demoni, joined by my lovely crew. Thank you all for watching, and good night.